It's just...
It's what? What is it?
Like this show, you need to learn how to criticize the show and accept criticism. You can't just say, I didn't like 1/3 of the episode, and then say it's 100% good. That's not mathematically.
What if I don't want to criticize it?
Mathematically fucking. Captain, scoot over just a little bit. There we go.
I'm Job.
And I'm Josh.
And we just got done watching The Walking Dead.
And it was Some Guy. That was the episode title.
Mm-hmm.
It referred to King Ezekiel because he said to Jerry,
I'm just some guy.
When Jerry called him Your Majesty.
Mm-hmm.
So what were your initial thoughts on the episode? Start from the exposition of it to the climax to the ending.
Well, I liked how it started out. I liked how they showed a shot of Ezekiel walking and it was poking on his hair. And at the end, they show a shot of him walking, but he's limping, all bloody, poking on his hair. So they kind of did oh look, hopeful, and then oh look, terrible, and everyone's hurting. So then I liked how it built up, and then I liked how it showed suddenly. We didn't know how the last episode ended. They got gunned down, but we thought they just got shot a few times. No, they got mowed down by an MG-42, heavy light machine gun, so they were all dead, except Jared, what was his name?
Jerry,
and some other guy with a pistol who got shot by a geek.
Oh my God, Matthew McConaughey! I was about to say, all right, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's what it reminded me of. I'm gonna respond like this video's gonna be a little bit different than the Morales conflict, where Job and I agreed almost verbatim on that video. He's gonna tell his opinion, kind of like what we did last time, and I'm gonna tell my opinion, but it's gonna be more like structured. So Job liked all that stuff. Was there anything that you didn't like?
I didn't really like the...
In between what you just explained, from the beginning to the right.
Yeah, I did not like the all right dude.
Okay.
I didn't like him that much. I just don't... His acting was okay.
Yeah.
But he wasn't... I don't know. His teeth were annoying. They're sticking out.
Sorry. Sorry. I didn't expect that, but I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, so Joe mentioned the opening, how it went from the peaceful times and then gradually went back to the to them all on the ground dead and wallowing in each other's blood. The king, I liked the ending of last episode where they jumped on top of Ezekiel. It was all a bunch of white people jumping on the BBC.
No.
And I liked that. I didn't like how it went. One thing I don't like about The Walking Dead is when they do stuff like that. They end on a cliffhanger and then they open the next episode to something completely, in my opinion, irrelevant. I like the speech he gave, but that should have been in another episode. It feels like they know they have too many speeches, so they put them in.
I think the reason they do it a lot in the show. I think the reason they put that speech before you see them all dead is because they're doing the we're gonna build up hope on purpose. They edit it to where like, hey, we're gonna win and we're gonna do this and we're gonna conquer and we're gonna come out strong and no one's gonna die, and yet I'm still smiling, and that cuts to them all dead and he's like,
yeah, I like that.
Like, okay, this is an awakening. Like, maybe we're not invincible. Maybe this is real life. So that's a brutal scene. I did like how it was done. I liked the makeup was incredible. Everyone had guts hanging out. They had huge holes because that machine gun tore them up. Everyone was dead. Like, even the characters you got to know were few people from the kingdom that you got to see a few times were just dead instantly. Like, they killed off a lot of characters. So, but none major. Major.
See, that's the thing, is they want, and I can't say anything because the comics did this too. I really can't say anything. The comics really did do that too. So I'm trying to keep my criticisms, but speaking from a TV show standpoint, where they have more time to do stuff, they're not limited to 24 pages per issue. They have more time to flesh things out. They could have given those red shirts, as I'll call them, or kingdomers that no one really knows, a little bit of, just a tiny bit of backstory, to make you kind of care just a little bit.
Flush it out a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. You got 40 to 50, sometimes extended episodes are 60 minutes with 30 minutes of commercials. Don't believe the 90-minute gimmick. It's not. It's usually 60 minutes and 30 minutes of extra commercials. But beside the point, goddammit, they could have taken some of the speech, not from this season, but from the last two. They could have fleshed out these people just a tiny bit. Like, have them around a campfire, have them at a library, inside, safe, discuss. When they have all these discussions that don't lead to anything, they're just discussions to fill the 40-minute time limit. They should have had, like, they could be, you know what I'm saying, just go, Joe. Continue.
Get them on a personal level. You know?
Yes, exactly.
Like,
and the fucking Matthew McConaughey dick loser, oh my god, he annoyed me. That wimp, there's no way he would.
like him.
There's no fucking way.
I'm gonna
oh my
step
god,
on your...
I'm cussing on the freaking video. Oh shit, there goes demonetization. I'm sorry, Joe, I got passionate.
Well,
fucking hated him.
Well, he did a lot. I think he had a foot fetish for Ezekiel. He would step on his chest and he's like, I'm gonna do plot armor and be very vulnerable. And then Jerry comes in and he's like, and you see him split like a V.
Oh yeah.
And
Kool-Aid Man.
Like Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, that was a good effect too. I won't criticize
that.
That
Was
I can't fucking do that effect. Can you?
I can't. No, unless we kill each other, you know.
Flash.
Flash.
Flash at her.
Yeah.
So
Final Cut Pro.
Continuing on, Joe, from the Matthew McConaughey guy. Teleporting fucking zombies, by the way. Joe pointed out, and I noticed it too. I just didn't say anything. I didn't want to piss him off. Where the zombies were right up on them, and then Ezekiel was on the ground, and it went to the nerd guy. Now it went back up, and they were farther back.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Now I know that like sometimes I don't know if like they're sometimes like a camera makes things seem close. Like if I hold my hand out here, and then there's something in front of it, it may look like it's really close. Now I don't know if maybe they did the shot in one continuum and they actually were really far away, but it just looked like they were close. But I don't know. I really don't know, because they did seem like they teleport a little bit. But I don't know if that's just big enough for a whole director team in The Walking Dead to miss.
They miss a lot. They have teleporting zombies at least twice a season.
Twice a three?
At least
three
twice
times,
a season.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to... I understand, because, you know, we shoot shit all the time.
They take breaks. And
yeah, exactly. It's not all shot in one damn time.
Yeah.
It's not a Hollywood movie. And Joe spits his water out right now and says, what? It's not? How dare you?
It's not? How dare you?
See, exactly.
Exactly. Wow. So
complimentary slap to myself. Okay, goddamn, I'm bad. So anyway, so Carol, one thing I love, I can't really describe it. Love hate was the Metal Gear Pelletier. That's her last name.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
Anyway, Metal Gear Pelletier, because they did, and Hollywood does this, right? She was there by the guns, and the next shot, she's like Solid Snake in the fucking ceiling. When they were already walking out in the shot before, somehow she warped with the power of Jesus Christ. And what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't know. Maybe like I remember how I saw it was like they walked in.
Oh fuck.
And you see Carol, and then you see these guys talking in one room. And they're like, "Well, let's go." Well, hold on, I gotta imitate one guy.
The fat one.
We got guns, and we gotta go get them. So let's go in that room. And then I think, I don't know. Maybe if we had a live reaction right here, like screen right there, maybe video right here, right there, yeah, it's right there. Probably not. The guy's like, "We're gonna get these guns." I don't know if she crawled up there that fast, but I don't know how she didn't make any noise that fast. But I don't know.
She's related to Solid Snake, I'm telling you.
I gotta go back and watch it again to.
Oh god, I'm gonna get a message on Hangouts.
See,
smiley face.
Hey, you remember that?
Yeah, exactly. Fuck me, right shit. God damn. God, fuck.
But
I'm gonna get one. I'm just waiting for it. He's gonna get like a GIF.
I gotta probably go back and watch that. But what do you think from the point of like where Carol is Metal Gear Pelletier to the point where they're trapped at the gate and Jerry breaks off his...
Well, sorry, I had to make sure it's still recording.
Oh yeah.
I can't see the red dot. Can you see the red dot?
I can't see the red dot. Oh, I can see it.
Okay, cool. So, what was that? What were my thoughts when Jerry broke the...
Yeah, like when they were getting swarmed by the gate and you see after, that dude got chopped in half.
Okay. Initial thoughts are... The walkers, to my sight, to my not humble sight, were they were getting closer. She could have laid down. It might have been dangerous. Who fucking knows? I don't know what I would do in that situation. I'm watching it as a viewer that has time to react. She was right there in front of the truck, and they were behind that truck. She could have just laid down on the ground and shot their legs, and then took care. And I don't know. The aiming of characters on this show is inconsistent. One second they get headshots, the next second they can't fucking shoot a dick from 2 feet away. So, my thoughts on that, I like that she picked Ezekiel and Jerry over that, but at the same time... Then again, Rick and fucking Daryl... I don't have an opinion. Just go, Job. I don't have an opinion.
Well,
I can't think. It's just so confusing.
I like that she chose to save Ezekiel and big old Jerry boy, but she kept her guard down, that's what I'm guessing. I mean, she didn't run and shoot as she was trying to look over them. She kind of ran towards them, so they could have killed her, but... I don't know, maybe they were too busy getting in the truck. And then the Daryl and Rick chase was cool. I like that. I like the...
yeah.
I like that scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, in The Walking Dead, they tend to have one infinite ammo.
Yeah, fuck. That's almost every show, too. I complain the shit out of this, but... Sorry.
In real life...
I agree.
An M16 or the guns they're using, like an AK, you shoot for like this one and goes... and it's out. Like that quick. But in the show, they're like... Fast forward a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Now I'm finding that. That's
about 10 to 15 seconds when it'll only be 5.
Now what I'm worrying. What I'm curious about is also that they use real blanks. So I don't know if they really did just have big magazines or if they just cut the shot wrong and extended it. But I don't know. Big budget show. I don't. Maybe some of the AKs held like 50 bullets because that big mag Carol had. I don't know. But yeah, most of the time they have infinite ammo, like Herschel and the farm.
That was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
I like that episode though sometimes.
So what do you think about the Rick and Daryl chase?
So I like the music that went with it. Joe probably heard me because I saw him laugh a little bit. They did that long fucking shot twice in a goddamn row. I liked it, but God, when they went behind the trees, they should have just cut. Like, fuck, the camera was there. I'm like, shit, this is padding at its worst. But I like the music. I like the, like, Daryl, boom, 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 and then he got behind Rick and went down, and then Daryl came out of nowhere. I like that. That's like Shake and Bake from Ricky Bobby, Talladega Nights, that movie. What was it that Rick gets next to the damn car, the truck, I should say, the Jeep, whatever the fuck you want to call it, army truck, and the guy looks right at him. And Rick is undoing his seatbelt and trying to get into the truck. The guy had enough room on the road to just swerve left, and Rick would have been rolling down the highway. He was looking right at him. My mom was trying to, and Joe heard it. She was trying to defend it, saying, well, he was shocked. He was competent enough to try and shoot them once with a handgun before he put it down and let the guy with the turret gun get him. And miss from point blank range, and shot Rick's engine over and over again. It started smoking. The next shot, Rick pops up. It's gone. The fuck is going on here? Plot armor. Joe, what's your opinion?
Well, maybe I think when he shot it, when the gas ran out, I think maybe he shot like
Google,
like some sort of like exhaust manifold, and the gas ran out. You know how like there's like liquid, and I think all the liquid drained out. Maybe that's what. But I do agree with the swerving. How he could have swerved, but
he was swerving all over the damn road for the walkers. I mean, he had a few, but we know he had a brain.
He's
like, I'm just gonna let this fucker.
He's jumping in my seat. Oh,
exactly.
And he's blind.
Did he get him in the dick? Did he get him in the dick?
In the belly button thing?
Oh, shit. I think I got him in the dick. I'm like,
that'd be a bad kill. That'd be brutal.
Slice his manhood, slice up to his belly button.
Like in season 5.
Oh.
Yeah, with the dude when he bit his neck.
Nah, see.
Maybe it's that season 5? Yeah, it was season 5.
Yeah, with Joe.
Yep, Joe.
Wait.
What you gonna do now, sport?
Season 4, Part 2 had Joe and the Claimers. I fucking don't know. I give up. So anyway, I used to know.
Now the big thing about this episode.
Hang on. I know what you're going to talk about. There's one part we're missing.
Oh, we are?
The blanks. That's what I want to say. They do add CGI muzzle flashes.
Yeah.
So that might be part of the issue. Maybe they're not really firing that many blanks, but they want to make it.
Yeah.
So, okay.
That is a good point.
Sorry about that. So that's,
Who knows?
So, anyway, people, Job, you mentioned, what were your thoughts about the Kingdom people?
I like them, but, I think a lot of them are some might fall to the aspect that, he's he's not really a king. I can tell this world wouldn't still make him all high and prosper. You'd kind of be torn down with this world. But I think a lot of people are gullible. That a lot of people actually do believe he's a king, and that can lead to. What do you think about that? Like people being gullible.
Sometimes I think that people are gullible. Here's what happened. They might be looking for something to hold on to, something hopeful in this dark, like Job said. Oh my God, oh fuck. Anyway, so what ended up happening was I was taking a shit, and it was like a few weeks ago. Job was either in the front room talking to someone or in the bedroom talking to our grandma, and he's like, most people are smart, and I was in the bathroom and I was like, just. Job, have you looked outside? Have you looked on the internet? It's full of America's run by idiots, but at the same time I was like, ah, and then at the same time I was like, oh, there's positivity. There's some positivity in this world that's really lacking.
That's what Ezekiel was trying to hold on to too. He's like, I'm gonna play this character.
The Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, give hope to these people that have that have lost a lot, that have lost families, friends, loved ones, cats, dogs, anything. I just build them up again. So,
check my back.
And
the big reveal! What happened?
Shiva?
No! Just get it out!
Kids?
Oh!
Egan!
No! Oh! Shiva died!
No!
Oh! Wait! I would have cared if she was in the show more!
Eat all 350 million CGI pixels, bitch.
well,
What are your thoughts on that, Joe?
she gets eaten, and well, it's sad. I think in the comics she had like she had a little bit more screen time in the comics than
she did.
than the show. So I think it was sad, and it's always sad seeing an animal die. Any animal goes. I see a human die.
Even fake ones.
Yeah, even fake ones that aren't even real. It's a man in a blue suit. So, she had a little more action in the comics, and I think it's
She didn't kill a few more zombies and a few more humans.
yeah, in the comics. So it is sad still, but
Yeah, it is.
I feel like we didn't get to know her enough. Well, you really can't know a line, but you know what I mean. We really didn't get to. She wasn't seen enough and wasn't brought to the screen enough. So.
Obviously, because it was expensive.
Yeah, very expensive. So, kind of just, I guess that's when he lost his kingdomness. Is when he lost his tiger, he lost his royalty and his character. He kind of saw all these people dying first was a big trigger, and then he saw Shiva dying. He's like, okay, I gotta stop playing this character. That's why in the end he walked through the crowd of people without breaking stride. He stopped. He's like, looked around and just kept on going because he lost hope at that point. And
long live the king.
long live the king.
So the foreshadowing. Remember the foreshadowing?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Fuck.
Well, the hillbilly guy has his foot on Ezekiel, and he's like,
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're gonna bring you to Negan, and we're gonna put your head on a pike.
On a pike.
Now, guys,
If you didn't hear him.
if you didn't hear him right, that is foreshadowing from
The Whisper War.
the Whisper War
In the comic books.
In the comic, sadly, Ezekiel gets
And
his head-
Rosita.
and Rosita.
Rosita! And a few other people.
Who? Yeah, there
Was
was
it
a lot.
Olivia? I can't remember.
Yeah, Olivia.
And there were a few
There
others.
was like 6 more. There was a lot of people that died.
And so, we don't know if it's gonna happen. It may or may not happen. We have no idea. They changed stuff, but I feel like they showed Glenn with the baseball bat, and then 2 seasons later, whack, nigga,
So-
got him.
Ezekiel might get his head on a pike. So, Ezekiel gets his head on a pike. In the comics, he actually dies. He gets beheaded by Magna. What was her name? Magma.
With a Krillin, bald head.
Yeah, bald head girl from the Whisperers. Gets his head sliced off with a big old knife. And,
We're gonna find Heath with the Whisperers, by the way. Someone's gonna come out of the woods at nighttime, probably, have his face on, and Tara's gonna be like, Heath! And then they're gonna try and attack Tara. I bet you that's probably how she might die.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna be wearing his face.
Yeah.
Um,
Jeez.
because that's what happened to Heath.
Yeah.
No one gave a shit about him. He was better in the comic books. Anyway. So Joe, what were your initial thoughts on this episode? What did you think?
Well, I liked the episode. I think it was good overall, and I think it was good development in the series and just how it goes, you know. And I don't know, I liked the episode.
So you liked it?
Yeah.
You like what percentage did you?
100%. Very good. I
Even with all the criticisms you had throughout this.
yeah, I think it was a solid story. I think it was.
See, this is his fucking positivity that I have to put up with every fucking weekend I see him. It doesn't come up every fucking weekend, but it's just he's a positive person. I'm a negative person for the most part. We sometimes see eye to eye, but not usually.
You don't like the show? I mean,
Yeah, I like the I
don't
don't have to fucking like the show.
Well,
I can criticize it and still watch the goddamn thing.
Well,
I mean, it's freedom of fucking speech, unless you have an issue with that, like most of America.
Well, I like the show, and I think it's
Well, that's good for fucking you. But Carol teleporting and not shooting the two guys, and it's just
it's what? What is it?
like this show. You need to learn how to criticize the show and accept criticism. You can't just say,
But what if I don't
I didn't like 1/3 of the episode, and then say it's 100% good. That's not mathematically.
What if I don't want to criticize
That's not
it?
mathematically fucking accurate to say that you didn't like 1/3 of the episode and then still say it's 100% perfectly good. That doesn't happen.
But it is.
It does not happen.
No, that happens to me.
Well, to you.
To
That's
me.
That's not me. That's not. You're not living in the real world. You're living in some kind of like mathematical delusion, distilled, paranormal fucking space.
Well, I
and
think
it really pisses me off sometimes, especially with your little smug ass little hangouts. Hey, yeah, see
Well-
this little gift, see this little gift. You know what? I'm sick of that shit.
Well, you know what? If you don't
I'm
like it,
sick of
I'll
it.
just turn on the camera.
No! God damn it! Fuck! No! No!
Get off!
No!
Don't you ever talk again! I'm Joe from Joe and Josh's Disturbs and Reviews. If you like this episode, don't forget to comment, subscribe on all our future videos.
I'm Josh, I'm dead or dying. I can't tell. I see a light. Oh God. I see
And
nothing. This is hell. Heaven is for real.
God, ow!